Good morning and welcome to day 54. I'm back at the Grayson Highlands, hoping to see more ponies. And this morning I'm heading north again. I'm so happy. Jason went home. He didn't want to continue. The guy is so fast, but he wants to get back with his family. His daughter's got a lot going on. She's a senior in high school. Hi, Haley. Anyways, hoping to see some ponies today. I had an okay sleep last night in the bunk. My best sleep is when I first fall asleep, and I fell asleep pretty early. And woke up about 12, and from 12 to 6 was up a few times. But I got up and got myself ready. I realized I packed my breakfast, so I had to run over to the gas station. I just got some powdered donuts and a Gatoraid. And my shuttle driver, Sam, he's so nice. He picked me up and drove me to the Grayson Highlands. We found out we're both almost 60, well, we're both 61, almost 62. His birthday's July 2nd, and mine's July 4th. Crazy. He's a retired truck driver. So I'm going to put his information in far out. They had to retire him when he was 55 maybe, because he had to have open heart surgery, so he could really use the money. His little bear nose. Sorry, I keep pressing the off button instead of the taking a picture. All right, let's hope for some ponies. Heading north. Haven't seen a pony yet, but I've only been here, let's see, half a mile in. Come on, ponies, where are you? I've seen pony poop, and I've seen horse poop. I'm very thankful for this bridge. It made me nervous because I could hear water just rushing down. And I remembered my shoes to cross are in my bag pretty down far. So I have to remember to keep them in the back pocket of my pack. So my goal today, as I said, I have a few goals. Well, my goal is to get to hurricane shelter, which will be about a 16-mile day. But they're calling for a rain, possible thunderstorms after 1. So Old Orchard Shelter, which I stayed in before, a nice shelter. Well, I stayed in my tent, but that's 10 miles, almost 11 miles. So if it is thundering, lightning, I'll stay there. But I really want to push to get to hurricane today, because then Trimpi the next day it's going to rain, and that's only 10 miles, 10 or 11. And then the partnership the next day, when it's not supposed to really rain too much, will be 15 miles. So I'd rather get most of my hiking done out of the rain. And I'm hoping there's a shelter spot, because I do not want to be carrying a heavy tent. And it looks like it's going to be a rainy week. Of course, welcome to the AT. This is Wise Shelter. I'm not going to go around and look at the other side, because I want to keep going. The other thing I thought of, I need to start keeping a pair of socks at the top of my pack as well. So if my feet get really wet, I can switch them out. I brought 3 sets of socks. 2 are for hiking, 1 is for sleeping. So I always have a dry set. I won't use the third for hiking because you always want to have the dry set of clothes when you get into camp. You don't want to be wet and get hypothermia. Another bridge I'm very grateful for. That would be a nightmare. And I see steps ahead. Still too chicken to hold my phone and walk. So this is Little Wilson Creek Wilderness, Jefferson National Park. I feel a little missed already. This doesn't make me happy. There was this kid in front of me. Didn't have a backpack on. I don't think he was quite 6 feet. Black jacket. Just hiking, walking. I don't know where he went. It was weird. I thought he was like going to the privy from Weiss Shelter, but I don't know. And then he kept walking right past the shelter. I didn't see any tents set up. And they don't encourage tenting in these areas until you get up to the scales, pretty much, which is a wide open field. I'll show you guys in a bit. This is where the dinosaurs come to die. You can see the difference between my feet. Not happy about that. So I realized a third mistake today. Hopefully this is the final one. I left my InReach in my bag with all my charges. Last night, they make you keep your backpack on the porch, and I didn't want to leave it out there. Number one, it's expensive. Anyone could come and grab it. They have locals who'll go through that particular hostel. And I needed to charge it up before I went on this 3 or 4 night overnight. So I charged it, and then I threw it in my bag, and I forgot to attach it. So when I get to Old Orchard Shelter, I'm going to stop for a minute and get out everything that I need. So this area is called the Scales. It's a popular area for hikers to sleep in. Oh, I might have to shut you off. A popular place for hikers because it keeps the ponies out, so there's no crap in here. Ponies tend to like to chew on your poles and your things because there's salt on them, your gear. Sometimes they even take your poles. So you can stay in this fenced area. There's a little bathroom. I don't know if there's trash there, but it has a beer box. And there's a cool story to it. Why the horses are here, the ponies, I should say. Why they're still here. Take a picture. This is Old Orchard Shelter. I stayed here, I don't remember if it was a summer, 22 or 23. This was the first shelter that I've ever stayed in. Well, I actually didn't stay in it. I stayed down there. There's a lot of tent spaces. But it's a nice shelter. I don't know what those are. But anyways, had a picnic area. That's where I sat. That's funny. Well, that girl actually drove me crazy. Little Miss Know-It-All. And they have a privy and I believe a beer box. I don't remember where that is, but it's a nice shelter. The rain just kind of started to drizzle. I had got water and I decided to put on my raincoat and my wind jacket. And of course, it's still just kind of misty a little bit. I'm probably going to sweat to death in what I'm wearing. Oh yeah, there's the beer boxes. There's 2 of them over there because it's such a big area. So my concern right now is because there's going to be rain showers tonight, the hurricane shelter is going to probably be full and I'm going to end up tenting. But it's only noon, so it's way too early to stay. So I'm going to go on my way.
This one was really built
Yeah.
for a flood, wasn't it?
This looks brand new.
Yeah, it smells brand new and looks brand new. I guess that's why
Wow.
that was the first one.
Yeah.
This is built for any kind of flood.
This is the hurricane shelter. It's very, very nice. The part that kind of stinks is it was only a 13-mile hike today, a little over 13 miles, but the next shelter is 9 miles away and it's 3 o'clock. There's just no way I could do that. I definitely feel like I could have hiked maybe 5 more miles, 5, 6 more miles, but there's only campgrounds. Not really campgrounds, like campsites, so I'd have to sleep in my tent, and it's supposed to thunderstorm tonight. And I just don't want to be out in the elements with thunder and lightning.